then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the milk before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it. Get my way up, and I go.
It's week 16 of the NFL. And coming up, we're going to see Keenan Allen. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Chargers and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16. We've got a good win story between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off, and opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
And partner, you know, my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in, it's how well their defense have done at controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something else they're proud of, though, how high they rank in the league. And they're trying to use this game to move up in those rankings and become the top defense in the league.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved. But how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I like what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
On 1st and 10, Fowler. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. It's Ekeler again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one is right through. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's a 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
He finds his man, complete. It's Oliver. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
The numbers for Williams a week ago, 11 carries, 61 yards.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Broncos at 13-1 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fowler. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And Oliver in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Fowler. Under pressure, they got him again. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Looking to throw. Fowler. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a nice move will yield nothing as he stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield, but he's playing run all the way here.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Fowler steps away to his left. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fowler. This is swung out to Eckler. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
feeling them running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here. First down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Fowler. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. A 6-3 game.
Yeah, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this.
He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 67 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Oh, he goes up top and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Williams will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Williams again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year as they have taken the lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Eckler. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fowler. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incomplete.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Down to about the 37. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Hey. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Lance. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Fowler. He's got it to Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Fowler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Fowler. He finds his man. Complete. That's Todd. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man. Complete. It's Todd. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. Meet Cole Hardman, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Deebo Samuel, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Okay, Coach. Broncos. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance, that's going to be caught by Judy. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Fowler. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down.
But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw again on second down. Lance. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Trey Lance, 31 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Rolling to his left. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A handoff, it's Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
Hey, right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series,
The best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. .13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Draw play, it's Eckler, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Fowler. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On the return is Peterson. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
On the set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth.
Let's go now. Ready?
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On second down, Williams.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy. They practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Lance looking to throw it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Fowler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw on 3rd down. Fowler. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Ready.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense is really strong. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll run for it with Ekeler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Fowler caught by Allen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Over the middle, complete. That's Todd. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He finds his man, complete. It's Todd. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Buying time to his left. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw on second down. Fowler. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the... And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. On 3rd and 2, Fowler. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Todd. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points in the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they plan to do.
My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we hit it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you